guys, here with a new video for the channel. I hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, get comfortable. Let's begin. Mikosha was raising his power in an incredible way. So much was his power that the whole place was involved in hundreds of catastrophes, while Kakarot was involved in a large sphere of energy heading towards a remote place in the vast universe. At the moment, Kakarot would fall to a planet being dragged by hundreds of rocks. At the moment, large amounts of blood could be observed all over the place. Using the power beyond a god has affected my body to suffer great consequences. I think in a week or so I won't be able to use... Meanwhile, with all the other warriors, they were on a planet created by Bouken-sama himself. Father, what are we going to do? Mikosha has the power more than ever, and this time, there's no god to create the divine seal. This is a big problem, but if Kakarot has this incredible power, we must revive his father, who will have a power comparable to that of the great Zeno-sama is right, and with all of us, we'll be able to finish off Mikosha once and for all. Are you sure about what you're saying, Daishaken? Because in spite of everything, she still is your wife and the mother of all angels. I'm sure of what I have told you, great Zeno-sama. I cannot allow Mikosha to wipe out everything existing in the multiverse. However, even from the distance they were, an overwhelming power was perceived, that is, the power of a subject who is able to be above everything, and this power belonged to Mikosha, who was furious being humiliated by a simple Saiyan. I swear I'll find you. I don't care that this is one of the other worlds that will end every one of your hopes of existence. However, at that precise moment, a power which did not lose against Mikosha would be felt all over the place. He even seemed to overcome her. From a dark portal resembling an underworld, a Saiyan-looking warrior would appear, being Bardock, Kakarot's father, who had not been able to revive due to never dying. So, after millions of years, I'm back to my original timeline, but apparently even Kakarot, with all the power he possesses, hasn't been able to do anything. Flashback. At the time of the explosion, the planet Vegeta, Bardock would be absorbed by a space-time rift, being sent hundreds of years into the past, in which he had a great confrontation with Frieza's ancestor. From that moment, the legend of the Super Saiyan was born. However, at the time, there were also angels, gods, but beings of that time were called supreme gods, or also known as angelic gods, which a powerful goddess named Sirius would realize the fierce training that Saiyan took every day to overcome his powers. However, the angelic goddess was already observing that Saiyan for several weeks and even months. It's time to train that Saiyan, since I want to know how much more about him. At that moment, the powerful goddess Sirius would quickly move to where the same Bardock was, offering to train him. Bardock, realizing that his power was incredible, would accept without thinking 2 times. So it was with the Saiyan Bardock he would train with Sirius, who had been able to achieve an abominable power, with which he was able to even defeat a king at all. However, Mikosha's power was so great that he had even distorted the barrier between space and time. That power is where I come from, and I think it's time to come back. Bardock, please don't leave. The perceived power is incredible. Sirius, I have no choice. Not even my son Kakarot, who was born with the Ultra Instinct, was able to do something to him. And flashback. Bardock would appear in front of Mikosha, who would be very surprised due to the incredible power that the warrior gave off. But without thinking, she would launch into her attack, realizing that her appearance was identical to that of that Saiyan who had humiliated her. However, everyone was surprised, even the divine beings, who were observing everything, realizing how that warrior was able to stop Mikosha's blow with just one of his hands without any difficulty. This is impossible! How are you able to match me in physical strength? This must be a nightmare. Bardock, without saying a single word, would throw a powerful blow, which on this occasion was able to make Mikosha see death up close, seeing everything was spinning while large amounts of blood came out of his entire body. But the greatest damage was inside, as he was able to eliminate hundreds of veins of energy where the key. Mikosha, you're no match for me, so be thankful that I don't want to end your pathetic life, and get the hell out of here before I regret it. I understand, you have great physical strength, but you don't have enough energy power to finish me. Then, I have nothing to fear. Mikosha, despite all the pathetic state he was in, he would continue with the fight, believing that Bardock did not have the reserves to end his life. But at the moment, everything would change, because at that moment, Bardock would give a big smile and access the Ultra Instinct, with which his power would grow in an incredible way. So much that even the pressure made the powerful Mikosha fall to a planet. Of course he has enough energy reserved to finish you, but I want my son Kakarot to be the one to finish you, since this is not your final angel, Mikosha. Meanwhile, all the warriors were amazed due to such incredible power that warrior had given off. For that reason, I was not able to bring him to life. Kakarot's father never died, but the power he possesses is unreal. I'm not able to assimilate it. But why don't I finish with her? He has the power to do it. Returning to the battlefield, Bardock from an attack had sent her flying to be collapsed by a planet. Well, I think it's time to meet up with some of the beings who have survived that damn crazy, since luckily they're all in the same place. Bardock a moment later would appear in front of them, who would be on guard, not knowing the intentions of the Saiyan. However, despite the barrier they had placed, he was not able to withstand a single one of Bardock's blows, which at that instant would return to his base state. I want to inform you that I'm not here with bad intentions. I want to inform you that the powerful angel Mikosha has been neutralized for a while. Were we able to realize that? But why haven't you finished with her once and for all? Because the Mikosha from the Kolvengo timeline, she has a pure heart, unlike this Mikosha who has been corrupted by a very negative energy. Mikosha was corrupted by the power of the first king of all. Don't worry, if something happens, I'll be here to be able to help you in whatever comes up. But I have to assure you that my presence is not necessary. Why is he so sure that the presence won't be needed? Since the being who defeats Mikosha and makes her return to the right path will be Kakarot. Meanwhile, Kakarot had been able to recover completely, but the place where he had fallen was the place of the powerful Jamura, a being that even the kings did not dare to face due to his uncontrollable power, and even how wild he was in combat. How interesting! Apparently a being from another multiverse has appeared in my world. This will be very funny. Send to the border stage 2. My lord, are you sure you want me to send the level 2 defenders? That Saiyan doesn't even reach level 1. Something tells me that this guy has a lot of power, and I want to check if he can overcome the defenses level 2. As you order, my lord. Instantly, 4 warriors would stand in front of Kakarot, who was very serious while meditating. They better leave if they don't want to get in trouble, since I'm not in the mood. I was defeated by a fucking angel, and I plan to return that humiliation. The 4 warriors, regardless of Kakarot's words, would rush over towards him. However, Kakarot with a single movement was able to finish them off, each of them. They're just worms. They're not even good enough for warming up. This can't be. In a matter of seconds, his power rose in an impressive way. So much so that he was able to finish off the level 2 warriors. That was to be expected. The power that he saved was incredible. I can safely say that he'd be able to even beat a Guardian level 100 Supreme. No, my lord, that's already an exaggeration. You are correct that he possesses great power, but it's not a power for so much. I want to prove the opposite to him. Anagari, Supreme Guardian level 100. Go and confront the intruder. As you order, Zeno-sama. The new warrior would stand in front of Kakarot, but unlike the other 4, this warrior was able to expel an incredible power. So much so that he was able to almost make Kakarot fall to his knees, which would instantly access the Ultra Instinct, but the condensed ki was crazy since his power had risen in a surprising way. I'll show you that you're nobody compared to me. At that moment, Kakarot and Anagari began to clash fists, which destroyed several planets of Jamura's territory. My lord, in a matter of 30 seconds, they've destroyed 3 planets. Do you want me to stop them? No need, don't worry, because the warrior's worth it. The battle of the warriors was getting very even, because the powerful warrior was not left behind the power of Kakarot, which in exchange of blows was able to overcome by a large guardian. Instantly, Kakarot would fall to the ground with great power, but instantly a large sphere of energy was heading towards Kakarot, which without thinking about the consequences would access the Ultra Instinct Phase 3, being able to stop all that incredible power. It's time to stop playing games. I'm gonna finish you once and for all and leave this damn place. Your power grew in an incredible way, but you're still not enough power to stand up to me. Compared to me, you're still pathetic. But at that moment, Kakarot's fist had been embedded in the entire stomach of Anagari, who, due to the power of that furtive blow, was sent flying to a planet, destroying it completely. What the hell just happened? I was not able to see anything. Anagari, furious, would begin to exchange blows with Kakarot, but on this occasion, Kakarot's power was much superior to Anagari's power, which even this power began to decrease with the passage of the battle. After only 10 minutes of battle, the difference of powers had been clear, because Kakarot did not have any scratches while Anagari was kneeling on the ground. This is impossible. I'm one of the most powerful warriors of the Great Jamura. I can't lose against a simple Saiyan. You haven't lost to a simple Saiyan. You lost to the best, so you don't have to feel bad. Now I'll end your suffering. Kakarot in the moment rains blows to leave him very badly injured, and a lightning storm would be capable of ending Anagari's life. However, at that instant, a much greater power would be felt, which even on this occasion made Kakarot fall to the ground without being able to move. What the hell? Why is it every time I end up with a powerful guy, a more powerful one appears? The entrance of the new warrior would even create a huge explosion. What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.